Welcome back to the channel, where we dive into the exciting world of coin collecting and numismatics. Today, we're talking about a coin that many of you might have found tucked away in a change jar, the 2005 Australian $2 coin. This humble coin is more than just loose change. In very fine condition, it has a story, a rich composition, and surprising interest from collectors around the world. So stick around as we explore its history, design, market value, and what makes it stand out in your collection. The Australian $2 coin was first introduced back in 1988, replacing the paper $2 note with a durable and long-lasting coin that could handle the rigors of everyday spending. The 2005 issue features the classic design that's been a staple for decades, Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse and an iconic Aboriginal elder with the Southern Cross and native flora on the reverse, created to reflect Australia's rich cultural heritage. When talking about coin condition, very fine means the coin has seen light circulation. You'll notice gentle wear, but all major design details remain crisp and clear. This is where many collectors really start to appreciate the charm of their coins. Its composition is aluminium bronze, a blend mostly made up of copper with a bit of aluminium and nickel mixed in combination gives the coin its golden hue and excellent durability, which is one reason why so many of these coins are still in circulation today. The interrupted milled edge with its distinctive segmented pattern also helps it stand out in your pocket or piggy bank. You might be wondering, is this coin in demand? The answer is yes, but with a pleasant twist, because the 2005 Australian $2 coin was produced in fairly large quantities, over 45 million coins worldwide. Most examples remain common finds. Still, collectors love these coins for what they represent: a snapshot of Australian currency history and an iconic design that's cherished around the world. Even in very fine condition, these coins are actively collected and traded. There's also a separate series of special commemorative issues and proof silver versions from 2005 that command attention among numismatists, but for today, we're focusing on the standard circulation piece. So what is the current market value of a 2005 Australian $2 coin in very fine condition? According to recent numismatic sources, these coins typically sell for around $2.48, $0 to $2.75, $0 in very fine condition, which is a bit above their face value. Some listings show even higher asking prices, but it's important to remember that face value collectors' premiums vary between sellers and platforms. In everyday collector markets, in very fine condition, you're looking at a modest but pleasant bump over the regular $2 coin value. Now, if you're serious about building your coin collection, here are some positive tips to help you make the most of your 2005 Australian $2 coin. First, always keep your coins clean and stored properly, ideally in protective holders or albums that prevent scratches or oxidation. Second, take good photos and notes of the coins you have. This helps if you ever want to trade or sell. Third, learn to identify different obverse portraits, and slight varieties, even small differences, can spark collector interest. And finally, stay connected with coin communities online and offline. You'll be amazed how much you can learn by chatting with other collectors and seeing how they value and appreciate coins like the 2005 Australian $2. So there you have it. The 2005 Australian $2 coin in very fine condition is a great example of how everyday money can become fascinating to collectors. It has a rich history, an attractive composition, and steady interest that keeps it relevant in today's market. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this coin is a beautiful piece of numismatic heritage worth exploring. Next up, today's video is all about a beautiful and very practical modern coin from Australia, the Australia $2 2017 coin in very fine condition. And in this video, I will share its short history, its condition and appearance, its bag marks and rim condition, its metal composition, collector demand, the current market value today in dollars, and finally, some very positive and helpful tips for collectors. Let us begin with a little background and history of this coin. The Australian $2 coin is issued by the Royal Australian Mint, and it is part of Australia's everyday circulating coinage. The 2017 issue continues the long-running and well-loved design that Australians see and use daily. On the obverse side, the coin shows the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by the sculptor Ian Rank Broadley. This portrait has appeared on many Australian coins and is appreciated by collectors for its clean and classical style. The reverse side carries the iconic Aboriginal elder design created by Horst Hahn, a design that represents the deep cultural heritage of Australia. Because this design has remained consistent for many years, the 2017 coin feels familiar and trustworthy, yet it still holds its own place in a dated collection. Now let us talk about the condition, especially because this example is described as being in very fine condition. In very fine grade, the main details of the design are still clear and attractive. The facial features on the Queen's portrait are visible. The hair and crown show light wear, and the lettering around the rim remains readable and well-shaped. On the reverse, the elder's face, lines and expression are still strong, although you can expect gentle smoothing on the highest points from normal circulation. Overall, a very fine coin still looks honest, natural, and pleasing, and it is an excellent grade for collectors who enjoy real circulating history rather than perfect, untouched pieces. When collectors talk about bag marks and rim condition, they are referring to the small contact marks that coins receive while being transported and stored in large mint bags before entering circulation, and also the condition of the round edge of the coin. On a 2017 Australian $2 coin in very fine condition, it is normal to see a few light nicks and tiny marks on the flat areas of the coin. These marks do not damage the beauty of the coin, and they confirm that the coin has actually done its job in daily use. The round shape should still be even, without heavy dents or bending, and the rim should be complete all the way around. A strong and full rim always improves the overall eye appeal and helps the coin feel solid and well-preserved. Now let us look at the metal and composition, because this is an important part of understanding the coin. The Australian $2 coin is made from aluminium bronze, which is a blend of copper, aluminium, and a small amount of other metals. This composition gives the coin its warm golden color and also makes it durable for long circulation life. It is not a precious metal coin, but it is very practical, strong, and resistant to corrosion, which is exactly why it performs so well in everyday use. Collector demand for the 2017 Australian $2 coin is steady and positive. This is not a rare key date coin, but it is still very popular among date collectors, beginner collectors, and people who enjoy building full-year sets. Many collectors like to keep one example from every year, and 2017 is an important modern year that fits nicely into a complete $2 series. Demand is also supported by the familiar design, the cultural meaning of the reverse artwork, and the strong reputation of Australian circulating coins around the world. Now let us move to the most important question for many viewers, which is the current market value today in dollars. For an Australia $2 2017 coin in very fine condition, the realistic market value today is usually close to, in most cases, you can expect it to sell for around $10,000 to the 30,000 Australian dollars, depending on how clean the coin is, how strong the rim remains, and whether the buyer is specifically filling a date gap in their collection. In some small private sales or collector groups, a very attractive, very fine example may reach slightly above this range. But generally, this coin is valued as a solid and affordable collector piece rather than a high-priced rarity. For collectors, this coin offers a very positive collecting experience. It is affordable, easy to find, and simple to store. The best way to protect a very fine example is to place it in a soft coin holder or capsule so that no new scratches are added. Always handle the coin gently by the edges and avoid cleaning it because cleaning can reduce collector interest and remove the natural surface that collectors appreciate. Keeping a small record of where and when you obtained your 2017 $2 coin can also make your collection more meaningful and personal. If you are building a modern Australian coin collection, the 2017 Australian $2 coin is a wonderful piece to include. It connects modern circulation with cultural heritage, shows a respected royal portrait, and represents the everyday money used by millions of people. It also offers a stress-free way to enjoy collecting without needing a large budget, which is perfect for new collectors as well as experienced hobbyists who enjoy completing full-date sets. To conclude, The Australia $2 2017 coin in very fine condition is a positive and enjoyable collector coin. It carries a strong and respected design, a durable aluminium bronze composition, gentle and honest circulation wear, and stable collector demand. Its current market value remains modest and realistic, making it an excellent addition to any modern coin collection. Most importantly, it reminds us that even common circulating coins can carry history, culture, and personal stories, and that collecting is not only about high prices, but also about appreciation, learning, and enjoyment. Next up, today we're diving into something truly fascinating for coin enthusiasts and history lovers alike. We're talking about the 1992 Australian $2 coin, especially those in fine condition, and what they're worth in today's market. Now, when we talk about Australian currency, most people are familiar with the colorful polymer notes, but coins like the 1992 Australian dollar two-piece hold their own kind of charm and value. This coin represents an era of transition and national pride, and whether you're an experienced collector or someone just getting started, there's a lot to appreciate here. Let's begin with a bit of history. The Australian $2 coin was first introduced in 1988, replacing the $2 banknote. The reason? Durability and practicality. Unlike paper money, coins last much longer in circulation, and Australia embraced that right away. The 1992 edition came just a few years after the coin was first issued, carrying forward the same iconic design that makes it instantly recognizable to this day. Commonwealth. Designed by the renowned engraver Raphael Maklouf, her portrait gives the coin a dignified and traditional feel. On the reverse, we're greeted with the striking image of an Aboriginal elder encircled by concentric circles and motifs representing community and the land. This design by Horst Hahn pays tribute to Australia's rich Indigenous heritage, making the coin meaningful not just as currency, but as a piece of cultural storytelling. Now let's talk about condition. When we say a coin is in fine condition, we're referring to one that has clearly been used, but with wear that is even and not damaging to the main features. Fine condition means the major details are worn but still visible, and it carries a kind of lived history like a book that's been well loved. For many collectors, a fine 1992 Australian $2 coin has a warmth and authenticity that's appealing in its own right. In terms of size and composition, the 1992 Australian $2 coin is a solid piece of metal. It's made from an alloy known as aluminium bronze. Bronze, which is composed of about nickel. This gives it a beautiful golden color that can range from bright and lustrous to softly mellow, depending on how the coin has aged. The coin measures about in diameter and has a weight that feels satisfying in the hand, not too light, not too heavy. It's a compact piece with a rich presence. So what about collector demand? Over the years, the 1992 Australian $2 coin has garnered steady interest within the numismatic community. Because it's an early year in the series and has a design rich in meaning, many collectors seek it out. Demand is particularly solid for coins in above-average condition. Those in uncirculated or mint state can command significant premiums, but even coins in fine or very fine condition remain desirable because they tell a story of real use and real history. People appreciate not just the rarity, but the narrative and connection it offers to Australia's cultural and monetary evolution. Now let's get to the million-dollar question: what is this coin worth today? As of the most recent market trends, a 1992 Australian $2 coin in fine condition typically trades at a value well above its $1.48,000 to $1.75, $0 US. Many examples in fine condition currently bring prices in the range of a few dollars up to around $20, depending on strength of strike, eye appeal, and buyer interest at the moment. That's a nice increase from its original face value, and it reflects both market demand and the sentimental appeal it holds. Of course, prices can vary slightly between different sellers and platforms, but overall, the outlook is positive for anyone holding one of these coins. If you're a collector or aspiring to be one, there are a few tips that can help you along the way. Always handle coins with clean hands, or better yet, hold them by the edges to avoid fingerprints and oils that can damage surfaces. Store them in a safe place. Albums, flips, or coin capsules keep them looking great for years. When buying or selling, do a bit of research so you understand current pricing and can make informed decisions. And remember, the joy of collecting isn't just in value, it's in the journey of discovering history and connecting with something tangible from the past. All right, as we wrap up today's video, it's clear that the 1992 Australian dollar 2 coin in fine condition is more than just spare change. It's a snapshot of Australian history, a beautiful piece of metal that has traveled through time, and for many, a treasured item in a growing collection. Whether you're holding one already or hoping to find one soon, appreciate its story and the place it holds in the wider world of coins. Next up, today we're diving into something special. The Australia $2 1999 rust green coin. We'll explore its fascinating story, what it's made of, why collectors love it, what it's worth today in dollars, and some smart tips if you're thinking about collecting coins like this one. So stay tuned because this coin has more to it than meets the eye. Let's start with the history of this coin. The Australian $2 coin was first introduced by the Royal Australian Mint in 1988, replacing the old $2 note. It was made to last longer in everyday circulation, and it quickly became a staple in Australian pockets and wallets. The 1999 issue is particularly interesting. It features the fourth portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the head side. That's the rust green toned copper alloy version many collectors are curious about. This rust green coloration doesn't mean damage, but instead can be a natural tone that develops on the coin's surface over time when stored in certain environments. It gives the coin a character that many collectors find very eye-catching. When we talk about fine condition, we mean a coin that has seen some circulation and wear, but still shows most of its design details clearly. This kind of condition is perfect for everyday collectors. It tells a story and still holds value. Most circulated examples currently trade modestly above face value, especially in nice preserved condition. Now let's talk about what this coin is actually made of. The 1999 Australian $2 coin is a beautifully engineered small coin with a round shape and segmented reeded edge. Its metal composition is a durable aluminium-bronze alloy, consisting mainly of copper, with small amounts of aluminium and nickel, a combination that gives it strength and a long life in circulation. This alloy is the same material used in most Australian $2 coins of that era. The weight sits around, and the diameter is about making it compact, yet substantial in hand. That special rust green tone you see on some coins like ours simply comes from the surface reacting over time to different storage conditions. Some collectors love this natural patina because it's unique to each coin, nothing artificial, just character. So why do collectors care about this coin? Well, the 1999 Australian $2 is not one of the rarest Australian coins out there, but coins from the 1990s are becoming more appreciated as they age. A very fine or uncirculated example from 1999 will always attract attention, because fewer of them remain in excellent condition compared to how many were issued. The rust green toned coins, like the one we're talking about today, often draw interest because of their distinct-looking surfaces. While not officially rare, these coins show personality and aging that collectors tend to favor when building a diverse set. For a 1999 Australia $2 in average fine condition, market prices generally hover around a few dollars above face value, with some listings showing coins selling for around $2.48, 0 to $2.75, 0 in typical circulated. That said, coins in much better condition, especially uncirculated or near mint, can fetch higher prices among collectors, sometimes reaching above normal circulation value if they're clean and visually appealing. There are occasional listings for error or unusual variations, and those can jump in price significantly depending on the rarity and collector interest. But for most normal rust green 1999 coins, the realistic market value lies in that modest collector price range. First, condition matters greatly. A lightly worn coin with sharp details is always more desirable than one heavily worn or scratched. Second, always handle coins gently. Oils from your fingers can affect the surface tone, so use gloves or hold them by the edges. Third, do your own research by checking real sold prices on auction sites instead of just asking prices, because that tells you what people are actually willing to pay. And lastly, enjoy the process. Collecting coins is as much about the stories and history as it is about value. To wrap up, the 1,999 Australia $2 rust green coin is a fun and rewarding piece to add to any collection. It carries a slice of Australian monetary history, it's made from a durable alloy that ages beautifully, and it still holds interest on the market today. Whether you're just starting out or you're a seasoned collector, this coin is a great example of how everyday currency can become something special.